Hello and welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're making broccoli with white cheddar and penne. Okay, we're going to start with a basic thing called pastaroni, white cheddar and broccoli. It's an interesting mix. It tastes good, but it needs help. And today we're going to help it a little bit to make it into a great side dish. So we're going to make a few changes, a few additions, and make something that tastes really great. To start off with, you are going to need some cut up red and green bell peppers, which you're basically going to use 1/4 cup of these. You can get these from the mix of pepper and onion mix that I use sometimes. You get this at Walmart. It really doesn't cost much at all, but it's a cheap way to get bell peppers. Once you get these into your pot, you're going to want to have the temperature up so that way you're going to thaw them because they do come frozen, and let them start to simmer a little bit and cook so that way they're soft and pliable and you can move them around. You want to keep moving these around as you're letting them simmer to make sure that they aren't sticking to your pan. Once you get them to a point where you think they've actually thawed completely and are very soft and edible at this point, you're going to want to get ready to add other ingredients. So to your pot, you're going to go ahead and add 1 2/3 cups of water. And to that, you're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter or margarine. Now, mind you, this does not match what the recipe says on the box, so do not follow that. But you're going to have these in and you want to bring it to a boil. And make sure your butter is melted, water is a rolling boil before you add anything else to this. At this point, you can add in your noodles. Stir this up a bit to make sure they are incorporated and get completely separated. And you're going to want to cook this boiling uncovered for at least 7 to 9 minutes because you want to absorb the water from the mix. And once you get to the point where it's absorbed, it will be very evident your water has gone down because it'll look nothing like what you see on the screen right now. As you're letting this boil, from time to time you do want to stir to make sure nothing is sticking to your pot. And when you get to the end result of the water cooking down, it'll look a lot like this. Most of the water is gone, the noodles are staying up on top. Okay, at this point you're going to add 2/3 cup of milk, the special seasoning packet that comes with your mix, and a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Now when you dump in the special seasoning packet, I want you to notice the little green flakes in it. They call that broccoli. I don't. That's kind of weird. But get everything into the pot and stir it up because you're going to want to bring this back to a boil again. Once you have it back to a boil, you want to cook it anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes so everything seems to thicken up a bit. And then once you've done that and it's totally thickened up, we're actually going to add in more of broccoli actually to the mix, which they say they have those little specks in there, this broccoli. I don't buy it. So we're going to add some real stuff to it. And you're going to add 3/4 cup of broccoli. I hold this to the end because if you're using frozen broccoli like I did, it will break up. And you really don't want that happening while you're cooking. So I wait to the very end once it's thickened, and that way you still have larger pieces of your broccoli, but they incorporate through perfectly. And as you can see, it looks a lot better when you put the real stuff in rather than little flakes that supposedly give it seasoning. No, that taste doesn't taste quite right. You need the real stuff in there. Stir this a little for a couple minutes to make sure everything is incorporated, and when you're done, it looks something like this. This is a great side. You can pair it up with pork chops, chicken, whatever you want to add it to, but it's not that long of a process to have a great side. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.